Hey everybody, Garrick Anderson here with Archetype Mortgage. I wanted to make a video today based on a TikTok comment I received explaining how you can get a mortgage as a first-time home buyer with no credit score. I'm not talking about a low credit score, I'm talking about no credit score at all. Alright, first I'll make it as simple as humanly possible. If you are looking to buy in Texas and you do not have a credit score, simply reach out. Save yourself hours and hours of time because what you're going to read online is mostly going to be a bunch of junk, not accurate, and a waste of your time. Just reach out to me directly, I'll take good care of you and make the process simple and easy. Moving on, unless you really need to buy soon, I do recommend you actually do get a credit card or something like that to generate a credit score. Your interest rate on the mortgage is going to be a chunk better than if you had no credit score at all. For people who are not in a rush, is going into a nearby bank or credit union and specifically asking to open a secured credit card and put $200 or $300 down on the card to increase that credit limit to that amount and just sit on it and don't do anything with it. After 6 months, you will have a mortgage credit score that's probably in the high 600s or even the low 700s, depending on your age. That alone is going to make the mortgage process much simpler, because when someone actually has a credit score, most loan officers and underwriters simply have to press a button for an automated underwriting system. When you have no credit score at all, the underwriters, not you, have to do a ton more work, and a lot of lenders and loan officers are not going to know how to do this properly. It's kind of like walking through a minefield, so you really want to go with someone who knows how to do this. If you don't want to wait, you want to buy a house, and you have no credit score, or you simply refuse to get credit, that's fine, I can respect that. Here's what you got to do. On a conventional loan, you're generally going to need to put 20 to 25% down because you're going to have a lot of trouble getting mortgage insurance putting less than that, and most companies frankly will not allow that on a conventional loan anyways. They want no mortgage insurance involved if you have no credit score. It's really hard to underwrite that. The second option is an FHA loan. With an FHA loan, you can get a great house with as little as 3.5% down with no credit score. In the state of Texas, there are down payment assistance programs that do not need a credit score as well that can help cover that down payment as well. So you need very little cash out of pocket to actually buy a house when you work with someone like me. Finally, here's the general idea of what we will need to document, and I recommend getting a pre-underwrite ahead of time with me and my team, because what that means is the underwriter will have already checked all this out, have already signed off on all this to make sure you are secure. So when you actually go out and get a contract to buy a home that you love, you can actually fund that loan and buy that house. You do not want to get under contract for a home with no credit score and not have someone already look at all the details ahead of time. You're going to set yourself up for a world of trouble. For conventional or FHA in general, there are 2 steps we have to follow that are out of the ordinary. Number 1, you have to get a verification of rent. So this means that we will contact your landlord or property management company, ask them to fill out a form to verify your actual rent and that you've not been more than 30 days late on rent in the last 12 months. This is going to be tricky for some people because this means that you can't simply leave your landlord or property management company high and dry when you buy your new house and move in. You actually have to give them notice so they will cooperate with this part of the process. You got to plan ahead on that. And for those of you who are always thinking, well, I have 8 months left on my lease, but I love this house, well, just figure it out. There's ways to negotiate this when you're buying a house. So if you need to spend $2,000 to break your lease, you can try and get a $2,000 credit from the seller to save that money out of pocket, and then everything's on the up and up, and you're not having to break a contract. Number 2, you need to have 2 to 3 trade lines that are non-traditional where you have on-time payments every single month for the last 12 months. Some examples of this that are most frequently used are your utility bills, such as electric, water and sewer, your garbage, and other things that you can use are cable TV, internet service, and your cell phone bill. Some others that if they are paid monthly can also be considered are sometimes daycare. If your auto insurance is paid monthly and not quarterly or whatever, you can also have that considered. And there's a handful of other items that are less common that we can consider if all of those are not possible. Basically, you go into your online banking with any of these companies and you pull out your most recent 12-month statements showing paid on time. Easy as that. You send them over to me, I process them special on my end, and I create sort of a non-credit score credit report for you for underwriting. If you have any questions down below, make sure to ask them. I would love to respond. And if the question is good enough, I will make a video response about it for everyone to learn as well. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to check out other videos on the channel. Have a great day.